Hey you guys, so I am in Florida right now. Case in point, I was maybe outside about an hour or two today at the Orlando Eye after our training and didn't put sunscreen on, and I used to not get red this quick, and so apparently my skin is a lot more sensitive now. And I came home and I was like, whoa. So anyway, clearly didn't put on my Herbalife sunscreen, but wanted to talk to you guys today about being 11 and a half weeks out from my next show in Atlanta, and what it's like to travel on the road. And I'm actually at an Airbnb now, and train and get your food in, and how it affects your energy and whether I recommend it or not. And I've had experiences with both. So my actually first show that I ever did back in 2014, I was traveling actually a ton. I was doing a lot of speaking engagements, and I probably at one point I was traveling about 40 to 50%. And back then, I wasn't doing as much with my business, and then also I wasn't as focused or as grounded, I guess you would say, like with my energy. And back then, I think because I was in such a mindset of competing and traveling, and I didn't yet see different options with my life and with my business, that I just basically made it happen. Like, I figured it out, and I know I still can do it, and I still do it, but I prefer so much more. I've realized now, fast forward, basically 3 to 4 years later, so 4 years since my first show, 3 years since my second show, and then I also did a photo shoot prep in 2016, so 2 years ago. And I always use exclusively Herbalife nutrition, Herbalife 24, and then also I am coached and trained by Team Edge, if you're tuning in for the first time to my bikini prep vlogs. And now this time around I'm traveling way less. So that's the dishwasher. Side note, I should probably turn that off. Our closet, I loaded it for the girls because I'm staying at these girls' house through the Airbnb, but actually one of them had a family emergency, and it's like a 3-bedroom condo, and the other one's been gone and working the whole time. So I've basically had this Airbnb, you guys, the whole time at the rate of like a room, like $50 a night, and it's incredible. The resort, the pool area, just amazing. Highly, highly recommend Airbnb when you travel. Oh, now I guess that's the air. So anyway, this time around, I've traveled way less. I actually, I traveled in January for Spectacular, and I wasn't on prep then yet, not officially. I was training 4 days a week, and I was about 90% consistent with my food. And what do I mean by that? I was still eating super healthy. I was super on point with my nutrition. But when I get busier, I tend to forget meals, and I tend to skip meals because I get focused on the flow of work. And so prep actually holds me accountable to actually eat. I know that sounds weird. So junk food, like deviating, isn't at all my issue. It hasn't been for over 4 years, and I actually haven't even drank alcohol now for over 3. I had 2 glasses of red wine about 3 years ago when my friend Angela came to visit Atlanta. Anyway, I digress. So back to travel. So this time around, January, I traveled for Spectacular for Herbalife to Orlando. So I was working out, but I wasn't officially on prep. I got on prep the week that I went to New York for an influencer event, I thought, but it was actually to open my eyes back up to some of the things and the focus and the drive that I had when I was getting things done in a day. And actually still got my workouts in, used ClassPass, which is an app, and we actually include a discount code with our 7-day challenge. You can check out my freebies at fitlifecreation.com and on our monthly mastermind, because I'm big on setting you up powerfully with tools for success. So for example, with our intro offer, with our mastermind, with all of our experiences, our retreats, our academies, you get all kinds of different tools for health, money, and business. Tools like Herbalife, tools like Plate Joy for meal plans, tools like meal bags with the retreats and the academies, tools like Mint for money, business plans, marketing tools, all kinds of things that I use on a daily basis and that I use in my own life, my own lifestyle, my own business. And so ClassPass, it's an app that you can use globally, and I basically just looked up 24-hour fitness, happens to be on ClassPass in New York, and would get my workouts in every single day when I was in New York. And I was there, I want to say 3 or 4 days. I'd have to look back at my calendar exactly, back in February. And then since February, you guys, I've been grounded until this trip here in Florida for a Herbalife Leadership Development Weekend. And I love coming to Florida because it's super sunny, and Atlanta right now is still kind of rainy, cold, and I definitely needed more vitamin D. And it's been really weird for me because normally I would travel every 2 or 3 weeks, and I definitely noticed withdrawals. But at the same time, because it's a stimulant, guys, when you're at home and then you go travel and you come back, like, it just stimulates your mind because you're in your new environment, your new place. But I also knew that I needed to get more grounded to figure out more things, to build a community and create community in Atlanta. And it's definitely served me in so many ways. I also knew that I wanted to get more grounded, and especially with my workouts, and just create more stability and a stable routine and not travel so much. Because when I compared last year, you guys, in April, it was so crazy. My mom and I were actually just talking about this. Last April, I traveled to 4 different places. And I was like, I love to have my feet on the ground and my head in the clouds, but I realized my happy place is, not to like travel like a maniac like that in a month. And I realized my happy place more or less is to travel, maybe once a month up to, anywhere between 1 to 3 trips every 3 months. And in this particular case, that trip was in February. And then I haven't traveled till now, and it's the end of April. So that was the very beginning of February. So February to March, March to April, and almost to May. And for me, you guys, this was too long. Because let me say this, it wasn't too long necessarily. If Atlanta had been warmer and sunnier, I would have explored more within the city, because I always love to explore and do things in the city. But because it was cold and because it was not sunny, now granted, I could have gone to museums or I could have done indoor stuff, but I was really craving outdoor stuff. So that's maybe why I say it's been too longer. So this time around when I came, I made sure, because I'm on prep, that I stayed at a place that had a gym on site. I made sure I had nearby LA Fitness. Today I actually worked out at the hotel where our training is, which was awesome because it was super convenient. I also packed my meal bag and packed a whole bag of snacks. So I had, or stuff I should say, that was within my meal plan. So I brought my oats, I brought sweet potatoes, I brought, what else did I bring? Oh, I mentioned supplements, egg whites, and my go-tos when I'm on the road and it's easier, just in general, is Starbucks, you guys, has egg whites with red peppers. So, that's kind of my go-to that's quick and that I know that I can get what I need. So basically, if you're gonna be on prep and if you're gonna travel, the clearer you are on you and the clearer you are on if something's gonna disrupt your routine or help you stay on track and where your mindset is at. Because again, my first time around in 2014 and 2015, I didn't have this tension of wanting to create more community in Atlanta as well as build more things online. So obviously if I'm traveling more, it's taking away from that, or it's disrupting the stability. Versus this time I was crystal clear on wanting to be way more stable but find my sweet spot, but still not disrupt my prep. And also being mindful, like my show's July 7th, that I'm not gonna travel. I'm going to California actually next month, but that I'm not gonna travel like within 3 weeks of my show, to just really, really focus on being grounded and killing my workouts, having my nutrition 100% on point. Because especially like that month out into that week out, you want to be grounded. I've done peak week, you guys, which is where you're depleting, where you're loading on water while I'm traveling. Like I'm crazy. And I would not recommend that again, because it's hard enough when you travel to go to a show. So that's another reason why I chose to do Atlanta. And then again, creating community in Atlanta this time. So anyway, I comment down below, share with if you've ever wanted to compete, if you've thought about competing, any other questions you have. And then if you visit my freebies in relation to specifically health, I have a free ultimate health guide that gives you a lot of insight into tools. I have a free meal plan, free recipes, and free custom supplements if you register with the meal plan and Herbalife site. And then I have a free 14-day challenge into our monthly mastermind with health, money, and business all in one with Fit Life Creation. So comment down below any questions, share what you got out of this, share what you found interesting, tag a friend, share it on social media with someone that might be interested in competing, has thought about maybe taking their results to the next level. Would love to help you in whatever way possible, and chat soon.